This owl there. Okay, I've already been. Just that this place restocked with more behemoths. Alright, I'll slowly make my way back to this camp. Now, I can't help but feel like I probably should have come to the unreliable more often in my adventure while around here. I mean, I haven't done any of it, so it's like anything that the ship's computer had to say
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Yeah, but also, fuck those. There's left Edgewater behind. Nothing keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Probably not that second one. You know, be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin. It's yours.
Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
I love this game. So long, Edgewater, you piece of shit.
Well,
What's up, Vicar?
I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today?
Maybe my moral implications, but tell me again about the book we picked up that's in French.
Bokonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought.
I think you told me all this. What's your story?
Nothing too out of the ordinary. Just your run-of-the-mill vicar with a violently enthusiastic disposition.
Violently enthusiastic disposition?
That's what my parents called it. I grew up in a pit of a town much like Edgewater. I was destined to be a laborer like my parents, but I was infected early with a need to solve the equation. My passion didn't sit well with them.
Were they not religious?
On the contrary. They internalized the precepts of scientism like no one I've ever known. They had a pure faith, a faith that brought joy to them regardless of the situation. I envied that. I wanted that peace. I thought if I became a vicar, I could find it. Or at the very least, find out why I lacked it.
Ah. But weren't they proud that you became a vicar at least?
They thought I was fighting the plan, should have accepted my lot. Some people pursue the clergy for power, prestige, but that was not me.
What's this plan you keep talking about?
The simple version is this. The force which we call the Grand Architect created the universal equation that underlies and defines everything in the universe. Everything flows from the equation, or in layman's terms, the grand plan. Is the Grand Architect a consciousness? A natural force? Did it create the equation on purpose? The answers to these questions don't really matter. The equation, the plan, is all that matters. Contentment is found by accepting one's role in the plan.
If you can't help but follow the plan, then everything you do is part of it, right?
The plan is not one rigid path. There are a variety of multitudes contained within it. Our paths have variance, but we'll end up adhering to it, whether we like it or not. Some choices make the path smoother, some rougher. You can even go outside the lines, but the further outside you go, it's like an unbreakable elastic band. It will only stretch so far before it snaps back. The further it is stretched, the more violent the eventual correction.
Jesus. What are your thoughts on philosophists?
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death.
Seems quite trusting of you to just sign on without knowing anything about me.
I have run headlong into too many walls in my pursuit of the truth. This book is my last hope, and you were my only hope of getting it translated.
What if the book doesn't have the answers you're looking for?
I honestly don't know what I'd do. This quest has consumed me for the better part of my life. I fear there's nothing else left to me. What about you? What's your story?
I do love a good adventure story.
That's not... Let's try this again. Who are you? Where are you from?
Yeah, I was a colonist on the Hope. Scientist named Wells saved me.
And how did he do that?
Stole my body from the Hope on the edge of the colony and thawed me out.
Well, you do seem different than every other colonist. Let's pretend for the moment I believe you. What are you going to do now?
Tempting. I'm helping him recover more of the chemicals he needs to save the rest of the colonists.
That seems a dangerous proposition. Why risk your life now that it's been returned to you?
Friends are on the Hope.
Oh, I see. You have my condolences.
An idea where we can find someone who speaks French in this colony?
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Seriously? Only one guy in this whole colony can translate French?
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Point taken.
We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
How is it that a simple vicar happens to be such a highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock.
Got it.
I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
So how will the manifest help us track down your scholar friend?
I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination.
Ah, sounds good.
Thank you, Captain.
Hi.
Something you need?
Yes, nothing. We do have a workbench on here, but we don't have a vending machine, which is a little bit saddening. But I suppose that's to be expected. If I tinker anymore, I'm going to be completely out of money. And I really don't know what the hell to expect when it comes to where we're going. Retrofitted makeshift low pressure stuff. Which one was it? The ordnance? Ah, it was a standard troop armor. I don't want to get rid... Wait, this one... Is it saying that I can have 2 skill kits? Or that I just have 2... Okay, I think it's saying that I just have 2. Yeah, that one. 29 armor, that's a whole lot. Okay, let's say I could upgrade this. From 14 to 14. Is it because of the stock shit? Probably because of the stock shit. Alright. Yeah, I really want... If there was an option to favorite something. Not bad looking armor, that's for sure. It is a lot... Well, no, it's actually the same amount of weight as the elite troop armor. But more hacky hack, so... That makes me happy. Do I have... I really should have checked out this place more. But I think now that I have the thing, I can actually do shit.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Yeah, it was bound to happen. Anyways,
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have a regulator.
Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Yeah, I know what I'm doing.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
I'll be right back. Yeah, Parv definitely helped with that one. Across the cargo bay, up the ladder. And skadoosh. Listen to her hum.
Where are we headed?
Keep on expecting her to have some sort of a new dialogue, but hey. Oh wait. Vocational competence... Oh right, the respec machine. I actually quite like that we get a respec machine, if only so as I can be all like, yeah, I don't need that anymore. I love how... I mean, I'm pretty sure that's going to be like the engineer's room or something. Why is it sealed? I'm the captain. It's my ship. I should be able to go everywhere. It unseal the damn thing. And it's a nice ship, though. Well, by my standards of nice anyways. Small. Quaint. Easily traversable and not that hard to get lost in.
Easy.
Alright, Ada.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I installed it.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Alright, let's get out of here. It's about time. Against all odds, the unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Oh, God. All right. Put him through.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Not really reassuring. I've been feeling a little bit highlighted. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
All right, fair enough. Right, the Black Marketeer.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
What's stopping me from just leaving Halcyon altogether?
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place, and we can start by reviving the Hope.
Fine, I'll go have a word with Gladys.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Want to explain what a holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Mentioned it has limitations?
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Why do I need a gadget for this? Can I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
How the hell does it sweeten my breath?
Science, that's how.
Alright, I'll put it to good use.
Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Got it. Ooh, the unreliable navigation terminal. Maybe if they named it a little bit something else. Anything else? Let's see. My cabin. Oh wait. Why? We can transfer shit. Alright, we'll store any of the neat looking shit that we've been collecting. Break down most anything else. Oh yeah, I can sell the Mr. Ouches, I think they're called. Mr. Inns for 500 bits. Not a bad price. I mean, I know that Mr. Inns can be rather useful rather. But
Make yourself a...
Holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight.
Home, Captain.
Oh, a lot of experience with that one. Messages for Alex Hawthorne. Archived. Can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pod and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful. I look forward to corresponding with great regularity. Best friend, Udom. I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard I guess have been a barn, because anyone could with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Please respond. Hello, hello. Hope this finds you well. You are a pleasure to see you on my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Aha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know, about the Wells fellow. I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strongest tickling feeling I really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to see you again, wingman. Winky face. Udom here, Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat figure is embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum Vodka. Perhaps we should try every color. You know, really tie one down. Whew. Alright. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many and might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Lost Hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. Alright then. Log entries. shrink ray. Note to self, remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality with my own 2 eyes a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away for or forget about it, maybe, or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard of fantastical weapons like this one, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge, but I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make the fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors, more to be had. Titled the Power Hammer. Last time I got sloshed, wasn't biting at the last hope on the groundbreaker. Look, Udon was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on 2 Mardits yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he had a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us have heard that before. But here's the good part. The Mardits said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. Strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat? Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Black market leads. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. As the records show, I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times. But architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dusk. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet and that if it ever were, he wouldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I asked? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hard-working folks on the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to expect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meantime, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on the Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Unread messages. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me. I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing it around to your spacer buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Winky face, winky face. Did Udon have a crush on Hawthorne? Just wondering. Obsidian skull. Forged under pressure, this decorative skull is carved from volcanic rock. Sometimes when faced with a choice, the only proper response is to annihilate the people asking you to make it. Wait. Okay, I thought I got that hat because it was something I could have looted off of him. Oh my god, it is special. Reed's hat. Dialogue skills +7. Formerly the property of Reed Thompson, who was formerly the property of Spacer's Choice. I approve. It's a crying shame. It's not that bad. Oh god. Yeah, okay, I think I'm gonna keep this hat for some surmountable amount of time. Where was the one I was wearing? This one, right? Yeah. Well. Oh, I can't. Can't organize things like I could in the other. I'm gonna sell some of this other stuff. Free stuff. I'm gonna keep that. Gonna keep Put that in. Basically, all the rest of this, I'm going to sell. Probably including this bowler hat.
Just to warn you, we may have a bedbug infestation. I am investigating non-toxic extermination measures. Non-toxic to you, I mean.
You know we're gonna have problems if you do that. The non-toxic to me part, that is.